Good morning, students. Today we will learn a new topic of grammar, that is voice. We will study how to convert active voice into passive voice. So let's get started. You have already learnt in the previous class. There are two ways in which we can describe an action performed by the subject in relation with the object. First, in active voice, your subject performs the action and object receives the action. So the sentence structure is subject plus verb plus object. In passive voice, an action is performed on the object by the subject. Here the sentence structure is object plus helping verb plus the third form of verb plus by followed by the subject. Now, let us see an example here to make things more clear. In active voice, Mayank repaired my car. Same sentence in passive voice is my car was repaired by Mayank. In both the sentences, meaning is the same, but the context changes. In the first sentence, subject Mayank is given more importance, and we get to know that he is the one who is performing the repairing activity on the car, which is an object. In the second sentence, we are giving more importance to the object car and action performed by the subject rather than the subject itself. Now, we generally use active voice only, but there are two reasons when we use passive voice. First, if we want to give less importance to the subject and focus more on action and the receiver of action, and second, if you don't know the subject at all. Now, let's see how to convert active voice into passive voice. There are physically 5 simple steps while converting active voice into passive voice. Now let's see them one by one. First, identify the subject, object and the main verb in any sentence. Second, swap the positions of subject with the object and object with the subject. Third, convert the main verb to the third form of the verb. Fourth, add a proper helping verb before the main verb. Fifth, add preposition by before the subject. So, at the end, the structure of the passive voice sentence is object plus helping verb plus third form of the verb plus by followed by the subject. These are the 5 simple steps which we need to follow. There are two important things we need to remember while replacing the subject with the object. If the subject is a pronoun to the object, I will become me, he will become him, she will become her, we will become us, and they will become them. Secondly, we need to add a proper helping verb of to be before the main verb. The helping verb is decided based on the tenses. We shall see this with an example of the main verb write in the table form. In simple present tense, verb first form is write or writes, and in the passive voice we add is, am, are depending on the object whether it is singular or plural. In present continuous tense, in active voice, is, am, are depending whether the subject is in singular or plural. And in passive voice, is, am, are being written. In present perfect, in active voice, have written. In passive voice, have been written. In simple past, in active voice, we use the past tense of write, that is wrote. And in passive voice, was or were written. In past continuous, in active voice, was or were writing. And in passive voice, was, were being written. In past perfect tense, in active voice had written, whereas in passive voice had been written. In simple future tense, in active voice will write, and in passive voice will be written. Future perfect tense, in active voice we have will have written, whereas in passive voice will have been written. Now you must have noticed here we don't use four tenses while converting from active to passive. That is the present perfect continuous, past perfect continuous, future continuous and future perfect continuous, as in English grammar it is not grammatically correct. Now we will see examples of 8 forms of tenses. Simple present tense. In active voice the sentence is he writes a letter. Now in this sentence, according to the 5 rules, first identify the subject, object and verb. In this sentence, he is the subject, the action done, the word that denotes it, writes is the verb, and a letter is the object. Second rule, we have to swap the positions of the subject and the object. A letter will become the subject now. He will change into him, being the object. Third rule, convert the main verb to the third form of verb, written. Add a helping verb, is, since it is in simple present tense, and then apply the fifth rule. Add a suitable preposition, that is by. So the passive form will be a letter is written by him. Now present continuous tense, in active voice Javed is making a cake. First step, identify the subject, object and verb. Javed is the subject, is making verb, and a cake is the object. Swap the positions of subject and object. So subject a cake and object will be Javed. Convert to the third form of verb, that is making will be changed to made. Add a suitable helping verb, is being, and then apply the fifth rule, by. So in passive form the sentence will be a cake is being made by Javed. Now present perfect tense. In active voice, I have eaten a burger. Now in this sentence, I is the subject, eaten will be the verb, a burger, object. Now change the positions. A burger will come in subject's place and I will change into me in object place. Third form of the verb of eaten will be eaten itself. Then it will preceded by has been, and the passive form of sentence will be a burger has been eaten by me. Then simple past tense, active voice, he bought a car. He is the subject, bought will be the verb, a car object. Now change the positions. A car will be the subject. He will take the position of him. Third form of verb, bought will remain bought itself. Helping verb was, and add the preposition by before the word him. So in passive form, a car was bought by him. Now past continuous tense. Active form, Sarah was singing a song. Sarah is the subject. Singing will be verb, song, object. Now swap the positions. A song, and in object's place Sarah. Third form of the verb singing is sung. Was being, and then finally add the preposition by. So your sentence will be in passive form. A song was being sung by Sarah. Now past perfect tense, active voice, Jai had finished homework. Jai subject, had finished, verb, homework, object. Interchange the places of subject and object. Homework, the third form of verb finish will remain finished. Helping verb will be had been, and finally add the preposition by. So your answer is homework had been finished by Jai. Then simple future tense. In active voice, the example is she will accept the offer. First, identify the subject. Here she is the subject. Accept will be the verb and offer will be the object. Again, interchange the positions of the subject and object. The offer, your third form of verb accept will be accepted. Helping verb will be, and add the preposition by. So the answer is the offer will be accepted by her. Then future perfect tense. Example, I will have charged the battery. Subject is I. Charged is the verb. The battery is the object. Interchange the positions of subject and object by applying the second rule. The battery will come in subject's place and me will go in object's place. Third form of the verb charged will remain charged. Helping verb will be will have been, and the preposition by will be added. So your answer will be the battery will have been charged by me. With this, the explanation of the topic is over. So students, I am sure today's video must have helped you in understanding the rules of conversion of sentences from active voice to passive voice. Do revise them once again to be perfect in the topic. For your homework, please refer to the PDF on the topic and complete it in your grammar notebook. Thank you.